Hello, what's up, musicians, songwriters, or just music lovers? Welcome back to Evolve Songwriting. My name's Jake, and I'm back with some more Charli XCX. I realized a couple of days after the previous album reaction that then she released the deluxe version, and there's a few more tracks. So I feel like I couldn't let that go. So I have just going to be a short one today, just those 4 tracks. But yeah, thanks for the kind responses and the comments on the previous reaction. Definitely, I will hopefully get into some of those recommendations. I don't know if they'll be on YouTube, but yeah, I did go back and listen to How I'm Feeling Now by Charli, and that was, yeah, completely different. So I can definitely appreciate her versatility as an artist, and I do want to have a listen through all her other albums. But yeah, so this would just be a short tail end of the last of the deluxe tracks. You can subscribe down below for more. I do have a new full-length album reaction coming to you very shortly. I won't spoil what it is, but it's my #1 favorite artist in the world. So I'm looking forward to it, but let's get into these last 4 Charli XCX tracks on Crash Deluxe. All right, first up on this video, but number 13 on the album, is Selfish Girl.
Romance never seems to be roses.
Beautiful synth rhythm. Same thing she does really well in the other tracks. There's a very solid subdivision focus in the vocal. Which now is long, before was just on quarters. Opened up. Yeah. Man, this is sick. So, vocal. Now it's quarters. You just doubled the subdivision. Combined with a really nice groove though. And this percussion sounds. It's like those little glass tinks. She got such a great way, talent of combining grooves, like making hooks really groove centric with these little, like, one phrase lyric hooks. Cool. Still on the 8th notes again. I'm expecting we just go straight back into a hook, right? Oh. Okay. God, I love it when I get to hear her sing, right? That real delicate delivery. That was unexpected. I thought it was just going to be another hook, and then that was it. Really nice finish. Man, there's harmonies everywhere too. This is really interesting. I love that. That's probably honestly my second favorite on the whole album. There's a few things. So most obvious thing is the quite clear play of the subdivision in the vocal. We started in the verse with a da ba 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 with an 8th note focus, and then the pre we had da 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 da. We just straight up doubled it, and it's quite rigid. No, it's not often that you actually find it that quite obvious and that rigid, but there it was. Everything was quite drawn out as well into that section. That was sort of, maybe that was the pre-chorus where it sort of washed out and got everything long and airy, and some of the groove got pulled out. Yeah, it went back to a higher subdivision in the chorus, but it was more about the groove in the chorus, which was awesome. The groove, fantastic. Lots of percussion going on in the right places to, not be overwhelming when we didn't need it, especially in that outro, which is a very nice touch. Just having the piano and her vocals fit really well. It was a really interesting decision. Yes. So the harmony, she uses really jazzy harmonies, and my jazz theory is not that great. So I can't really follow these chords, even just towards the end there. Start on some sort of, I think we're around there.
Cause I'm a selfish girl.
No, way off. What I can say is that it's a jazzy harmony. There's definitely a lot of seventh voicings going on, and it's moving smoothly. Smooth harmonies. Gets these really energetic, dancey grooves, but over these like jazzy harmonies. Really, really interesting stuff. But fantastic song. But let's have a look what's next. All right, track 14 on the album. Second deluxe track is How Can I Not Know What I Need Right Now? This one is written by Charlotte Aitchison, George Daniel, James Samuel Harris, Ill, and Terry Lewis. Produced by George Daniel again. Who knows where it goes? Let's have a listen. She's definitely caught me off guard before. Yeah, okay. It's a brighter song.
I tell good lies when they ask me, but I cried all night in the backseat. No one
Repeating
knows
rhythms.
what I feel inside.
Cadence line. Da, 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 da. Same thing. Third time. Da, 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 da. Different time at the end.
Tears
Variations.
fall at the party, like water all on my body. No one knows when I'm really alright. Pulled apart my feelings so
Oh, again the chords.
voices shout so loud, can't it better? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. On Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
She's done it again. Just a repeat, like one. The hooks are just, it's simple groove. Well, not quite a simple groove, but it's a groove plus just like a short repeating idea. A lot of her hooks are like that. Length it out. So that's a clear eighth notes. Different note at the end there. God, she does a lot of weird production stuff. It's a bit hectic. It's very busy. More of these short repeating rhythms. This is a hectic song. Which, after listening to How I'm Feeling Now, makes a lot of sense. I knew she has a bit of a hectic sort of style, which is some of the previous tracks on Crash, but I understand much more her type of production style, which is often actually quite busy and crazy. Yeah, that was very hectic. Subdivision use, again, very clear. And she has these rigid sections that time in the hook. Da, 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 da. So same thing that shows up in a lot of her tracks. You just have this short repeating idea over a very groovy backing. Yeah. So I said before that the harmonies may be non-traditional. I think it actually is. It's just the bass line's moving so crazily. You know, I listen to a lot of music that's just, you know, guitars, pianos, simple stuff. But on the electronic side, sometimes it's a little harder to pick because, you know, each synth is just playing a different piece of the chord, and the bass is all over the place. So it's really hard to sort of stick where the harmony is. I think it is just sort of this kind of thing here, but because the bass line is just it's moving so much. I mean, let's just have a listen to that last chorus there. The bass is going everywhere. Like I'm not hating on it at all. I think it's really cool because it makes it feel like, yeah, it doesn't feel traditional, even though the harmony itself is just, it might just be part of the, what's that? The 4, 5, and 1 mainly, I felt like, but the bass is just so crazy that it just feels like it's constantly moving in non-normal ways. Awesome stuff. Same thing she always does. Subdivision, grooviness. It's a bop, man. It's a vibe. Let's go. Next one. Okay, this is Sorry If I Hurt You. Maybe this one's going to be the sad song. This is written by Andrew Wyatt, Charlotte Aitchison, Deaton Chris Anthony, Linus Vickland, Noonie Bow, produced by Lotus 4. We'll see where this one goes. I'm just crossing my fingers for another sort of slow pop Charli banger. Sing along, but let's see. Maybe? Bit more of a traditional harmony. Oh! I'll be honest, the string sound I'm not a huge fan of. The attack on it is a bit, I don't know. It sounds quite fake. However, the rest of it, kick. She keeps it simple. Again, just that one repeating idea. A lot of syncopated vocal there, which is very different from the last couple where they've been very da 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 da. Now she's back straight da 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 da. So notice the sly variations every time she sings that. Sorry if I hurt you. And then she might go higher. Hurt you. Another short one. It just flies by. I really like that. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I don't like is that string sounds. It's a bit of a robotic sounding strings. However, I really enjoyed that. I don't want to call it generic pop, but it's got like a super. It's more melodic influence versus the groove centric songs in the other two tracks, and most of them on this album. Yeah, I definitely enjoy more melodic style tracks more because it generally makes the vocal shine, and you get to hear what they're singing about a little better. Which, mind you, this was very simple lyrically. You know, most of it was just "I'm sorry if I hurt you," and just repeating that. But I like that because it lets it sink in, and she varies it each time just for a little bit of interest. But yeah, the percussion and the heavy kick, the fast paced stuff. It's funny how energetic that backing is, but it still feels quite like you still get to feel the angst and the sorrow. Actually, the harmony as well. There's the I know there's the 3 minor that shows up there a lot, which gives you that sort of melancholic, just that added extra minor chord for that effect. Yeah, I'm liking these deluxe tracks. They're actually offering a little bit more of a varied atmosphere versus the rest of the album. The first 12. Anyway, last one up next. All right, lucky last, the very final track on Crash. This is What You Think About Me. This one is written by Alexander Guy Cook, Charlotte Aitchison, Waylon Rector, produced by A.G. Cook. All right, how is she going to finish it off? Okay, this is... I like the guitar. Same key as the previous track. Yeah. Love it. Really different vocal range and tone in this one. Really focusing on that say more harsh vocal, but now she's softer in her delivery. There's the 3 chord again. Hey! She does it so good. The subdivision again. Such good control of the pacing. Okay. Now she's on that aggressive tone again. And the real interesting accent, sort of adding in that extra attitude. And she can flip so easily. Da, 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 da. To other rhythms. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. irregularity.
It makes it harder when my name's on your
Back to regularity. In terms of straightness, if that makes sense. Kind of normally, and then sings it in like a different voice. It's the same lyric. It's the same, but like she just applies some sort of difference. It's a really great way to carry a song forward. Gotta appreciate a guitar solo. Doesn't sound like she gives a fuck. That's a great way to end the album. Very memorable song. Again, probably a little bit TikTok-y as well. Just that I could see that being abused in the social media space. But wow, it was cool to hear that she has that ability to really slip in and out of, I mean, I know she does, but to see it on display once again, slip in and out of these different styles of voices, really harsh voice, really whining voice, or a soft voice, an airy voice. She just has, I love it. She just has such a variety of ways she can deliver her vocal. There we had definitely the most structured of all harmonies, but you do see that again. 3 chord coming through, and that really keeps that sorrowness about it, a little bit more angsty, but yeah. That was a cool track. Again, she's just doing that work on the subdivisions, but she went into some sort of dotted rhythms as well at some point. So she was more going like dun 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 dun, and then also quickening it as well. So, but man, it just makes it so that you're always interested in hearing what's coming next, and that's a really great feature of that song where she sang the exact same hook, but it was in that different, more attitude voice. I think that's just such creative direction, you know. It's really challenging the norm when it comes to pop music being new ideas every 4-8 bars. She has a few songs like that, but I think she does well at incorporating dancier aspects of it and sitting on grooves for a little bit longer. I think Broods did this very well as well in Space Island. Go back and check that reaction out if you want to know what I'm talking about. It's very similar to this in terms of groove-centric stuff, short melodic ideas being the basis of your hooks rather than gripping lyrics and melodies that are really singable. But yeah, it's really her style, and I think she really nails it. But we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and that's Charli's work. I'm really interested in going back, listening to a couple of albums that I haven't of hers yet, but stay tuned for more. Please subscribe down below. We have a new album reaction coming very shortly. One of my favorites. Thank you for your kind comments. We'll see you on the next one.